Question 19. A solutions architect is optimizing an application to reduce latency. Which AWS service can improve application performance by caching content? Our options here: S3, EC2, CloudFront, and Lambda. Amazon S3 is a storage location for content. S3's claim to fame is by being what we call an object store, which is to say that it stores file data and descriptive metadata together as a unit. But although it is a very efficient service at serving up data, caching is not one of its capabilities. So S3 is probably not the solution we're looking for. How about EC2? EC2 is the AWS virtual machine service. It runs applications in virtual computers running an operating system of your choice. Could we use that to cache content for some other application? Maybe. Perhaps we could install a caching engine like Memcached or Redis on an EC2 instance, but that sounds a lot like Elasticache. Why would I reinvent that service? So EC2, again, is probably not the fit for this particular workload. Now, how about Amazon CloudFront? CloudFront allows you to take content that lives in a variety of sources. It could be an S3 bucket. It could be an application running in an EC2 instance in the cloud or on-prem. It could be behind a load balancer. And I can serve that content up through a resource called a distribution, such that that data is accessible from a long list of devices out in the internet called point-of-presence servers, or edge devices. And one of the key goals of these point-of-presence devices, these edge devices, is to be a cache for data that is requested from them. So a request comes in from a client who wants some piece of information. That edge device checks to see if it holds a copy of that information. If it doesn't, it reaches back to the origin that contains the information that's being asked for and stores it in a cache. Now it's able to serve that data up to the person who's requesting that information. And if another request comes in for the same info, it can just serve it up from the cache and not need to go and make another trip back to the origin. That improves application performance from the client's perspective by caching content. Amazon CloudFront is a service that can improve application performance by caching content. So that's extremely likely, but we'll do our homework and check our fourth answer also, which is AWS Lambda. That's a compute service. It does provide low latency abilities to run pieces of code, but it doesn't do so by caching anything in particular. So again, a wonderful service, but not the one we're looking for in this scenario. The correct answer, the service that can improve application performance by caching content, is Amazon CloudFront.